Expiring ground leases and an opportunity for historic tax credits would open the door for Joseph Freed and Associates to transform the Sullivan Center from a historic department store to a modern office and retail mixed-use building. The developer negotiated a sale-leaseback with the Sullivan Center's then-owner, department store Carson Perry Scott, and needed bank financing to close the deal in 2001.
We went first to our standard bank that we've always used, and they came back to us and said, well, you know, we're moving from the loop out to the west loop, and we think basically the entire loop is going to do that, so I don't think we want to do it. So, oh, okay. Again, we're at State and Madison, a 00 point in Chicago. We'd been contacted before by National City Bank, and a very smart banker there. We called and said, yeah, we'd be interested in it. Give us the story. And basically said to them, look, we've got the historic tax credits, we've got the city help, we can throw in a few equity dollars, and you know, we start out with a building that's approximately 70% leased, and why don't we make a deal where as we get leases, you give us more capital.
In 2007, Carson Perry Scott vacated the building, creating 650,000 square feet of new space. More funding was needed to restore the base building and modernize the newly vacated space. National City Bank said it would need other lenders to participate. An additional 4 banks joined, including Bank of America.
So that was 2007. So the world's still pretty good. We made a deal that we were comfortable again, that we thought we protected our downside. And we had been able to lease up a little bit more of the upper floors in the meantime, aside from the big lease with the state. So we felt comfortable.
The names, whether it's you know, the School of the Art Institute or Walgreens, all very solid names that from a financing point of view are looked at extremely well. So I think that at that point, we had to wait for the ironwork to get done before we talk in earnest now to other tenants. From the financing point of view, that held us back somewhat. But at the same time, we had some other issues on other assets that from the 2009 point of view, the banks were getting nervous and basically said, look, we're going to watch this asset very closely, and it became a somewhat strained relationship.
In March 2011, the original loan matured and could not be refinanced. Even though the project was performing under the terms of the loan, it was technically in default, and the lenders chose to sell the loan. The new owner of the loan then restructured the loan as a new first mortgage and a mezzanine loan. A restructured ownership arrangement was also negotiated that shifted part of the ownership to the entities that had acquired the loan.
Where it got affected was more of our global situation, and quite frankly, our fight that we had with Bank of America once they bought LaSalle Bank, who was our main lender to date. The building itself was always healthy, but it kind of got sucked into the storm of that. We had secured Target, we had secured Designer Shoe Warehouse, some more office tenants. Walgreens is an office tenant. But again, there was at least one member of the bank group that didn't want to extend. In the end, we were able to work out with the group that bought the loan, we were able to work it out with them to see through the redevelopment. You know, we have just the finishing touches now, but it allowed everybody to move in, see through the development, and continue operating and managing the project.
Working with multiple lenders on one project can be problematic when financial challenges develop because it can be very difficult to get several lenders to agree on a course of action when there are competing interests. And making the transition to a new financial structure can be painful, but Joseph Fried and Associates was able to maintain an ownership interest in the property and achieve a reasonable return on its investment through perseverance, expertise, and professionalism.